They told me my son was going to be 6'10" when he was about 2 years old. They measured his little legs and said, yeah, he's going to grow to be about that tall. He is about 6'8", so he didn't quite get to 6'10", but because he's a big and athletic black boy, people have been talking sports to him and me his whole life. And he's always loved sports. He's an athlete now. He's a D1 athlete playing football right now. However, that's not the whole story. When he was in middle school, so he played sports since he was about two: soccer, baseball, lacrosse, wrestling, basketball, football. He's done a lot. Uh, but I remember being in fifth grade, and that's a time you're not necessarily thinking about college for your kid, but other people are. Let me tell you that. That's the maybe the secret you don't know. One of the many secrets you may not know as a mom of a younger kid who has athletic promise or looks like it to other people. Um, he was going into middle school. He was getting a little more serious about basketball. Other people were getting more serious about him playing basketball. I think is even more the case. And I, as the mom, was thinking about everything. Like, I think a lot of coaches and trainers in this space who want to like help you get recruited and all that stuff are not moms. They're not, because they're men, first of all. But they're not thinking about the whole picture. But if you're the mom, you're thinking about the whole thing. So people are talking to me about sports and ball and teams and whatever, and I'm thinking about, is he learning what he needs to learn in middle school? Is he ready as he moves through middle school? Is he ready for high school? Is he mature enough? Does he know enough? Are his skills strong enough? That was my concern. Yes, I'll send him to the team and send him to the practice and take him and watch the games and do all the stuff. But my concerns were bigger. And if you're a mom, your concerns are bigger for your child than the concerns of people on the outside who look at him ultimately as a commodity, something that they can use. Now, there are lots of people who pour good things. We benefited from so many terrific coaches who supported my kid and helped him and trained him and did stuff, but they're not his mom. I am. And you are not, they are not your kid's parents. You are. And so you have to think of everything. And there's so many things that you need to be aware of as a sports mom of a kid who says he wants to or has the potential to play college athletics. I don't even mention going pro because that's like less than 1%. But playing college athletics can be a real possibility and is a real possibility for lots of young people, especially those who stand out in some way physically or with their talent, where other people who are looking for this see it. And again, I just want to emphasize that people are looking at your kid much earlier than you might think. I wasn't really consciously aware or thinking about the fact that in our state, where we're from in New Jersey, that they are really critically looking at kids in middle school to be able to recruit them to play on different high school teams. In our state, a lot of the athletics for more elite athletes happens in the Catholic schools. So it's not just go to your neighborhood school. It's somebody's going to start talking to you in 6th, 7th, or 8th grade about bringing your kid to their high school. There's a recruitment process that happens earlier than the college recruitment process. That's something that you need to be aware of. But if you're the mom, if you're like me, you're thinking about, yeah, okay, sports, yes, fine. But is he ready for school? Is he getting what he needs from school? Is he learning? Is he developing as a human being? How is his maturity? How are his relationships with other people? How's it going in our family? Are there conflicts between the parents and the kids and the siblings, the kid and his friends? What's the peer influence? How's his health? How's his mental health? Is there too much pressure on him? Is there bullying? Is he a bully? All the things, so many things How's his body developing? What's happening with these girls? In my case, he had 2 secret girlfriends in 6th grade. I was so not ready for so many things, but I want you to be ready. I am Dr. Lisa Gardenhire. I earned my PhD from Harvard in back a while ago. And then I had a long career as a social policy and education policy researcher where I did a lot of research on young men in education, in particular young men of color in college and what helps them be more successful. So I know a lot about that. And then I decided I wanted to be a business person. So I quit that job after a long time, 16 years, and then opened my own tutoring center where I got to know education and issues related to Black children in particular, because by happenstance, about 80% of my clients were Black families. So I know about supplemental education and basic skills, because that was my orientation, to build a super solid foundation for our students in math and English so that they can communicate and understand and analyze and create and do all the things they need to do with the basic elements that human beings we all use to communicate, words and numbers. So I know a lot about that. And then I'm a sports mom. Honestly, I feel like I'm a sports mom by default. Like all those little memes you see of the sports moms cheering and saying nasty stuff to each other in the stands and doing all the cupcake bakes and all that stuff. I did the fundraising. I showed up to the games. I did the stuff. But I don't consider I wasn't the driving force behind sports. That was his interest. And then I think it was honestly the interest of other people in having him do that for them that continued our pathway into sports. But I am for sure a sports mom today. I'm a mom and my kid plays sports. Equal sports mom. So I've been through the journey of high school recruitment. I've been through the journey of reclassing. I've been through the journey of homeschooling. I've been through the journey of traditional schooling in middle school and high school. I've been through the journey of college recruitment. I've been through the journey of making money in college or not. I've been through the journey of injury. He's had like a significant knee injury and that required surgery. I've seen a lot. And so I'm the founder of Next Play Mom, which is a coaching and consulting business that really works with you, a mom at any point in this game. So whether you've got a 5th or 6th grader who's like getting a lot of attention or is just like a soccer star and you want some more guidance about how you can make sure that what you're helping them develop is to be balanced in terms of academics and athletics, their own personal development, then I'm for you. If you're much further in the journey, maybe 9th, 10th, 11th grade, I can help you more with NCAA eligibility, which is the number one hurdle that gets in the way of our young people getting to college, because if your kid doesn't have eligibility, college coaches are not even going to talk to them. And so it's important to have a roadmap and a game plan, and that's part of what I help you develop. So we help you with that part of it. And then I know a lot of parents that I talk to are just frustrated with their kids. Their kids are turning into their own people as they grow into their teen years. And that's what's supposed to happen, but it can be difficult. They don't turn in their assignments. They're not connected to school. They're not clear on what their goals are, and they're not necessarily supposed to, but there are lots of ways we can support that. And actually, my own child, Jay, who's the college athlete now, as part of our business, offers coaching for young kids like 7th grade to 12th grade who need help focusing, understanding what's required of them, sharpening their goals and sharpening their behaviors now to help them get to where they need to be. So if you're interested or this speaks to you in some way, please feel free to send us a DM, email us, connect with us anyway here, and we are here to help. It's not easy, but you can do it. And it's better with somebody helping you do the pathway. We can do that together.